Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to do something really fun. If you are into the latest AI design tools combined with traditional techniques, you are in exactly the right place.
Let's have a look inside the car. So this is the Tesla Model Y, model year 2026. Let me explain you the main design themes. This huge IP console is divided into 3 different layers. We have the top surface together with this interior trim surface that covers the air vents. Here we have the lower IP section that integrates also the glove box. So I tap here and then I tap here and the glove box opens. I can put out stuff. What I would really prefer is actually something very old school, which is a button here. And lastly, we have this large wraparound theme that starts at the driver's side and leans over to the passenger. This is exactly the same element that we can find in the exterior of the car as well. Everything that we see here adds to one single topic, which is emphasizing the width. So let's take a look at the front of the car, because guess what? It's going to emphasize the width as well.
Before we start refining the Model Y's interior, let me walk you through the latest version of Optic's interface. On the left side, you now have a sidebar with 3 tabs: Files, Create and Settings. Under Files, you can create a new canvas. Let's start with Settings first. The upscale option is right at the top. Every section from here on is pretty straightforward. Just read the headline and the subheadline and you will get it immediately. Well, the biggest new feature, that's the integration of Nano Banana Pro and Nano Banana 2. You can turn them on and off right here. And now let's jump over to Create. This is where you'll find your prompt line and all the manual settings. I'm going to show you the agent's skills first. You can always check out the manual setup in my last 2 videos on Optic. Let me drag and drop a sketch first, along with an inspiration image so we can compare the results Optic gives us. Let's type in our prompt first. A photorealistic 3/4 front view of a Tesla Model 3 shooting brake with red glossy paint and silver alloy wheels. Stick to the shape of the sketch as much as possible. So Optic is now generating it and came up with 4 different proposals. Let's quickly go through all of them. That's the comparison. Okay. I'll pick this one and replace the rims with the ones from the reference picture to get a more on-brand look. And also to save cost, if this was a real project. The big advantage of the new version is that I can drag and drop files directly onto the image, as if they were 2D decals. All you need to do is adjust the scale and maybe the rotation. Optic handles the rest of the heavy lifting for you. Good, let's adjust the front rim as well. Let's scale it down, rotate it a bit, and then I will place it in there, select all 3 images, and tell Optic what to do. So it's generating one more time. Okay. Okay, let's just remove this little glitch in here. I will inpaint it and tell Optic to clean up the surface. Done. Lastly, we could also add the side camera, which is important for self-driving function. But to save time, I'll do that in Photoshop. Before that, let me try another function which is called Generative Refine. So Optic is rendering it one more time. I'll compare now the results. Well, I like the version before. I'll download it so I can see my 3/4 front view and drag the downloaded picture onto the canvas. Now let's ask the agent to create the side view for us. Please be patient for a moment. Don't get thrown off by the see-through effect. The AI is still working. Done. So besides the rear spoiler and the roof fin, I'm happy with this. And we can now move on to the interior.
Just like with any car from the 80s, you would have physical buttons in here to operate the climate control, to switch on and off your radio. Well, it didn't happen, so we're gonna do yet another facelift, and This we will do traditionally with pen and paper.
Let me prepare the drawing first. Once I'm done with the sketch, I will scan it and upload it to Optic. I've already prepared a reference drawing by Félix Godard in there. I'll select my sketch first, then the reference image second, and then type in the prompt. Shade the line drawing in the style of image 2. Keep the original perspective, don't change any design elements, and keep the proportions. I will select 2 of the generated sketches and go over to Photoshop. I'm going to merge 2 of them into one image here. Why? Because I like the seats from one image and the rest of the architecture from another. This is meant to be a Photoshop tutorial, so I'll speed through this part. Once I'm done with the refinement, I'll bring the updated image back into Optic and type yet another prompt. A photorealistic automotive interior, premium mood. So Optic is generating, I have 4 versions, and I'll pick this one. After that, I'll bring in a canoe reference and tell Optic to render photorealistically with materials from the reference image, without changing the shapes or the perspective. Good, let's zoom out and wait for Optic's magic. Optic delivers 4 different versions again, and we can compare all of them. So we have a dark one, a bright one, and a very white one. Well, now let's say we are in a hurry because the client or the design boss needs to see a change really quickly. So I grab an existing rendering and add what's missing, physical buttons. To be faster, I'll bring in a reference from Xiaomi. Then I will paint the area where I want the buttons and tell Optic to place them in. Once again, I can choose from 4 generated versions. Here we are. And lastly, I would love to have more pronounced physical buttons in the steering wheel area. So let's prepare a steering wheel and drag it onto our canvas. I will scale it down and place it over the original steering wheel. Let me select both images and tell Optic to insert the new steering wheel into the existing scene. Well, I should have scaled the steering wheel down by about 10%, but never mind, let's move on and generate a few more views so we can get the client presentation ready. I brought in a brighter interior from the Verne self-driving car. I'll select both my front view and the inspiration image again and type the following prompt. Create a 3/4 front perspective as in the reference image. Take over a slightly brighter and more friendly atmosphere from image 2. I think I'll pick this view and run a few more passes to make it as clean and uncluttered as the original Model Y design theme. Eventually, I will try to bring in the more premium version of the buttons with this light frame under the buttons themselves. For this, I will use the Paint tool and wait for the magic to happen. Et voila, there it is in these sunset settings. So let's wrap up the video with a quick animation, shall we? All you need to do is to hit the Create Quick Animation option in the top right corner. And these are the final results. So what do you think? Let me do another one. And let's finish with this bright interior animation. Did you enjoy this video? If you did, hit the subscribe and like button. It really helps the channel. And don't forget to drop a comment below. I just want to know which kind of content brings you the most value. This is it for today. See you in the next one.